Good afternoon. I have inherited from my predecessor, Trevor Monis, some very sensitive matters with ramifications for the integrity of the Office of Attorney General and the administration of justice as a whole. The nature of how these matters were being handled by the former Attorney General is unprecedented and concerning, as there are no litigation files within the Attorney General's chambers with respect to these matters. As a consequence of this highly irregular circumstance, as Attorney General, I am currently in the process of obtaining these files in order to review the lawsuits that have been brought in the name of the Attorney General against Leahy Clinic and with regard to the trustees of the Port Royal Golf Course. In particular, I have instructed counsel to obtain complete files from overseas counsel retained by the former Attorney General regarding both matters. As of today, I am awaiting these files for review. I will subsequently advise the government whether it ought to proceed with these matters with the benefit of being fully briefed. I wish to point out that prior to my appointment as Attorney General, the primary person having conduct of these matters was the former Attorney General Trevor Monis, assisted by his political consultant, Richard Ambrosio, a junior barrister. In his capacity as Attorney General, Trevor Monis appears to have provided instructions to overseas counsel to the exclusion of other counsel in the Attorney General's chambers, including the Solicitor General. At the conclusion of an objective assessment of these matters, a decision will be made in accordance with the constitutional mandate and responsibilities of my office. The process I have undertaken will enable me to decide the way forward accordingly.
Are you saying that the files have gone missing?
I'm not saying that the files have gone missing. I'm saying that in the transition process, there have been no litigation files retained in chambers. I can't speak to whether they were removed. They just currently do not exist.
But Minister, you mentioned about overseas. Now, in relation to Port Royal, there isn't an overseas element to that case, is there?
The Attorney General had retained the services of overseas counsel to oversee these matters in relation to the Leahy matter in particular.
What about the Port Royal matter?
The Port Royal matter is one that I'm not prepared to discuss at this time in terms of particulars of counsel. Yes.
Mr. Ambrosio, is he, you said he was a junior barrister. Is he like a consultant, or was he a consultant?
He was the Attorney General's political consultant. Yes.
So was he a civil servant?
No, he was not.
Was he on the public payroll at all then?
As a political consultant, he would be in the payroll. Yeah.
But he's not. Is he anymore?
No, he's not.
So you mentioned these files are missing, and you're endeavoring to get your hands on them. What would it mean for the case going forward, or this lawsuit going forward, if you are unable to get those files?
Well, we've been fortunate in that overseas counsel have been cooperating, and they will provide to us the information that they have. They have tons and tons of files, and we're in the process of having them sent to us so that we can review them and chart the way forward with regard to these matters.
When you say it was a bit irregular that these files were missing, or information was missing, you're not suggesting ethics?
I did not use the word missing. I said there are no litigation files in the Attorney General's chambers. In the ordinary course of legal practice, you would expect that there will be a master file with respect to any matter that's undertaken by counsel in those chambers.
Can we take one more question?
Do you have any idea at this stage what the cost of both those cases is wrapped up to at the moment?
At the moment, it's over $2 million.
And is that for both cases together?
Yes.
Can you separate that out?
No, I can't.
For over $2 million?
Yes.
And is that just in legal fees then at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah. So no settlements or anything like that have been reached?
No.
I have a couple, if that's okay. One more. Everybody else has 3 questions. Okay, I'll ask one question. I guess the question would have to be, let me think. There was no lawyer in the AG's chambers involved in these cases, both cases.
No.
Is that correct?
There was some minor communication with one attorney in terms of basically a communications rule, but there were no instructions given by any counsel in the Attorney General's chambers with regard to any of these matters.
Are you aware whether Cabinet actually approved these lawsuits?
I can't speak to the cabinet decisions of the previous administration.
Are you aware whether the accounting officers approved the payments of over $2 million?
Any payments coming from our budget would have to be approved by the accounting officers, but I can say that it's more than likely that Cabinet did approve the expenditure